As a doctor specializing in brain health, I've witnessed far too many cases where stroke robs people of their ability to speak, walk, or even survive, especially among older adults. But what troubles me most is this. Many strokes could have been prevented if only the warning signs hiding in daily habits had been recognized in time. You might be unknowingly making some of these risky choices right now. In this video, I'll walk you through 10 subtle but critical lifestyle factors, the control switches that you can take charge of to protect your brain and preserve your clarity of mind. Before we dive in, I want to share a little story. Every morning around 7 a.m., George, 72 years old, living in a quiet Florida neighborhood, steps out onto his porch with a watering can in one hand and checks the mailbox with the other. His porch is lined with pots of bright red geraniums, ferns, and lavender, plants he tends to with care day after day. He always wears the same sun-faded baseball cap embroidered with "Best Grandpa," a gift from his granddaughter. Next to his rocking chair is a reusable water bottle filled with lemon water and a pinch of salt. "Just in case," he likes to say. "At our age, when you feel thirsty, it's already too late." That morning, he waved at his neighbor Carol, who was walking her dog. "Watering again, George. It rained last night," she joked. He smiled gently, tilting the watering can. "Rain or not, plants need attention, just like our hearts do." George once told his son, "I'm not afraid of getting old. I'm afraid of waking up one day and forgetting where I put my keys, or worse, forgetting what day it is. That's why I do little things every day to remind my brain we're still in the game." A few years ago, George was warned he was at high risk of stroke, high blood pressure, and elevated cholesterol. Since then, not a morning has passed without his medication, his number checks, and, of course, his plant care. To George, tending to his garden is more than a routine. It's a way to tend to his mind, with patience, presence, and love.
1. Decoding your health numbers. When the doctor says your blood pressure is stable, many of us breathe a sigh of relief. But is that single number truly enough to guarantee a healthy brain, safe from stroke? Or are we unintentionally misreading our health map, focusing on one familiar factor while ignoring other important warnings? Controlling blood pressure is very important. There's no denying that. However, an overemphasis on it can sometimes create a blind spot, causing us to overlook the role of blood sugar and cholesterol levels, LDL, HDL, triglycerides. Do you think that prevention messages are sometimes oversimplified, leading us to believe that good blood pressure alone is enough? The body is a complex system. High blood pressure can damage artery walls, but high blood sugar also causes inflammation and no less damage, while bad cholesterol is like trash, clogging the arterial pipes. Are we too focused on patching the leak while forgetting to clear the trash and manage the water quality? Imagine preventing a stroke is like building a sturdy house. Good blood pressure is a solid foundation. But if your walls, blood vessels, are weakened by high blood sugar, or your plumbing, cholesterol, is clogged, is that house truly secure? Clearly not. What I want to emphasize is the need for a comprehensive view. Next time you see your doctor, instead of just asking, "How's my blood pressure?" try asking, "Doctor, what is the overall picture of my stroke risk considering my blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol? What story are these numbers telling, and how can we rewrite that story more positively together?"
2. Medications shouldn't be a burden. Using medications, whether over-the-counter or for chronic conditions, requires care to avoid unnecessary risks, especially concerning stroke. OTC pain relievers, particularly NSAIDs, are easy to buy and work quickly, but this convenience can hide dangers, especially as we age. Frequent or high-dose NSAID use can silently harm your heart and blood vessels, raising blood pressure, a major cause of stroke, and increasing the risk of blood clots. Even low-dose aspirin needs medical guidance.
Self-prescribing higher doses or combining it with other NSAIDs is very risky. For medications managing blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, or blood clots, understanding and following your doctor's instructions is paramount. A common mistake is stopping or changing doses without medical advice when feeling better or fearing minor side effects. This action is like removing your protective shield, leaving your body vulnerable to the risk factors the medication is helping to control. With chronic conditions, consistent medication, even when feeling normal, is crucial for stable numbers and preventing dangerous complications like stroke. Always inform your doctor about all medications you're taking, including OTCs. Using pill organizers or setting reminders can help you.
3. Screening for atrial fibrillation. Have you ever felt your heart beat irregularly or experienced unexplained fatigue or mild shortness of breath? Sometimes these vague signs can be a warning of atrial fibrillation, a dangerous heart rhythm disorder that often has no clear symptoms. Why is AFib so concerning, especially regarding stroke risk? With AFib, the atria, the heart's upper chambers, don't contract effectively, but just quiver. This allows blood to pool and easily form clots. If one of these clots travels to the brain and blocks an artery, the result is a stroke. People with AFib have a stroke risk 5 times higher than those without it. This risk increases with age and other factors like high blood pressure, diabetes, or other heart conditions. How can this hidden enemy be detected? Screening for AFib isn't complicated. The most common method is an electrocardiogram, ECG or EKG. This is a simple, painless test that helps doctors detect heart rhythm abnormalities. Don't wait for clear symptoms to act.
4. Never ignore a transient ischemic attack, TIA. Have you or a loved one ever suddenly experienced one side of the face drooping, one arm becoming weak, or difficulty speaking, even if only for a few minutes before everything returned to normal? Many might dismiss these signs, thinking it's just temporary fatigue. However, this could be a very dangerous oversight. Such transient symptoms are very likely signs of a transient ischemic attack, commonly called a TIA or a mini-stroke. A TIA is considered an urgent warning from the brain. Although TIA symptoms may disappear on their own and not cause permanent brain damage at that moment, they are a strong indicator that you are at very high risk of having a full-blown stroke in the near future, possibly in a few days or weeks. Ignoring a TIA is like ignoring a critical alarm bell. When you suspect someone is showing signs of a TIA or stroke, the most important thing to remember is the FAST recognition method. F is for face drooping. Ask the person to smile to check. A is for arm weakness. Ask them to raise both arms to see if one drifts downward. S is for speech difficulty. Ask them to repeat a simple sentence. And finally, T is for time to call 911. Time is critical. Call 911 immediately. Never hesitate or wait to see if symptoms resolve on their own. And absolutely do not drive yourself to the hospital. Every moment is precious. Even if symptoms have passed by the time medical personnel arrive, going to the hospital for an evaluation and diagnosis is still crucial. Doctors can determine the cause of the TIA and provide appropriate treatment to prevent a more severe stroke. Always remember that time is brain.
5. Regular physical activity. Do you think you're too old to exercise, or do aches and pains hold you back? Many older adults tend to reduce their physical activity, but a sedentary lifestyle silently increases the risk of stroke. Exercise here doesn't mean intense workouts. Smart exercise means finding joy and consistency in activities suited to your physical condition. The goal is to reduce sitting time, improve blood circulation, enhance cardiovascular health, and help control blood pressure, weight, and blood sugar, all important for stroke prevention.
What are smart activities? It could be a leisurely walk in the morning, gardening, gentle dancing, or simply doing household chores. Even choosing stairs over the elevator or walking a little extra is valuable. The most important things are consistency and enjoyment. Set small, achievable goals and gradually increase them. Walk with friends or join a club with light physical activities. Remember, every step counts. Don't let the thought, "I'm too old," hold you back. 6. The secret to stroke prevention is on your plate. Do you ever really consider how what you eat each day affects your brain? Many think prevention just means reducing salt and cutting sugar. That's true, but not enough. Your plate can be a strong fortress against stroke if you choose foods wisely. Besides salt and sugar, other saboteurs in your diet can increase your risk, like saturated and trans fats found in fast food, processed foods, and fatty red meats. A lack of fresh fruits and vegetables, invaluable sources of vitamins, minerals, and fiber, is also a problem. So, what does a brain-protective diet look like? Prioritize colorful meals, rich in fruits and vegetables, whole grains instead of refined ones, and fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, which are rich in omega-3s that reduce inflammation and are good for heart health. Beans and nuts are also very beneficial. Diets like the Mediterranean or DASH are based on these principles, helping to control blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar, and providing antioxidants that protect brain cells. Instead of extreme cutting out, try adding in nutritious foods. Eat a rainbow every day, a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables, as each color often represents different nutrient groups. Try new recipes and explore healthy flavors. Preparing your own meals not only gives you better control over what you eat, but can also be enjoyable. This is the 6th golden key, found right in your kitchen.
7. Drink enough water. Do you drink water regularly throughout the day, or only when you feel thirsty? Water, though simple, plays an important role in protecting brain health and preventing stroke. Why is drinking enough water so important? When your body is dehydrated, even mildly, your blood can thicken. This increases the risk of blood clots forming, a major cause of stroke due to blocked brain arteries. Dehydration can also affect your blood pressure. It's worth noting that as we get older, our sense of thirst often diminishes. This means you might be dehydrated without realizing it. Therefore, proactively drinking water regularly throughout the day, even if you don't feel thirsty, is essential. And remember, water here means plain water, not sugary drinks, sodas, or even coffee and tea, as some can have a diuretic effect, causing you to lose more water. How do you know if you're drinking enough? Pay attention to your urine color. If it's light yellow or almost colorless, that's good. Dark yellow urine is a sign your body is dehydrated. Aim to drink the recommended amount of water daily. About 8 glasses is a good start, though this can vary. Keep a water bottle visible, set reminders, or drink a glass of water before each meal and after waking up. Don't underestimate the power of water.
8. The quality of your sleep. Do you often feel tired even after waking up? Or do you toss and turn, find it hard to fall asleep, or wake up multiple times? Sleep isn't just rest. For the brain, it's golden time for cleanup, repair, and restoration. Lack of sleep or poor quality sleep not only makes you tired, but also silently increases your stroke risk. What's the link between sleep and stroke? Firstly, chronic sleep deprivation can raise your blood pressure, a leading risk factor. Poor sleep also causes inflammation, damaging blood vessels. Notably, sleep apnea, a condition where your airway repeatedly becomes blocked during sleep,
severely stresses the cardiovascular system, significantly increasing the risk of high blood pressure, atrial fibrillation, and stroke. How can you prioritize restorative sleep? Build good sleep hygiene habits. Go to bed and wake up around the same time daily. Create a quiet, dark, cool sleeping space. Limit electronic devices before bed. Avoid heavy meals, caffeine, and alcohol near bedtime. If you snore loudly, gasp for air during sleep, or always feel sleepy during the day despite adequate sleep, see your doctor. It could be sleep apnea. Timely diagnosis and treatment, often with a CPAP machine, can make a huge difference to your health and reduce stroke risk. Consider sleep an essential investment in your brain health.
9. The surprising link between your social health and stroke risk. Do you regularly spend time with family and friends, or participate in community activities? Or do you feel increasingly lonely and less connected? Many don't think social health relates to stroke, but science shows that loneliness and social isolation can indeed increase this risk. Why is this? Chronic loneliness can lead to chronic stress and depression. Both negatively impact cardiovascular health and blood pressure. Lonely individuals also tend to take less care of themselves, potentially engaging in unhealthy behaviors like poor diet, inactivity, or smoking. Importantly, if someone living alone with little social interaction shows stroke signs, getting timely medical help might be delayed, increasing complication risks. Conversely, maintaining positive social relationships and feeling connected offers numerous benefits. It helps reduce stress, improves mood, and promotes healthier habits. Having friends to walk with, family to share meals with, or someone to talk and laugh with is invaluable. How can you stay connected? Actively nurture your relationships. Spend quality time with family and friends. Join clubs, classes, or volunteer. Even a phone call can make a difference. Don't hesitate to seek help or share your feelings if you're lonely. The power of human connection is immense.
10. Hidden stroke enemies on food labels. Do you carefully read nutrition labels before buying food, or do you just look at the product name and picture? If it's the latter, you might be unknowingly bringing home saboteurs of brain health. Large amounts of salt or sodium and sugar often hide cleverly in countless processed foods, canned goods, sauces, sweets, and daily drinks. Why is exposing this hidden sodium and sugar so important for stroke prevention? Excess sodium is a primary cause of high blood pressure, a top stroke risk factor. Similarly, consuming too much sugar, especially refined and added sugars, can lead to weight gain, obesity, insulin resistance, and type 2 diabetes, all significantly increasing the risk of heart disease and stroke. To become a savvy shopper who knows how to decode food labels, pay attention to a few key items on the Nutrition Facts panel. First is the serving size. All the nutritional information listed is for that single serving, so you need to see how many servings are in a package to accurately calculate what you're actually consuming. Next, look for sodium. When comparing similar products, try to choose those with lower sodium content. Finally, another very important section is total sugars, and especially added sugars. Added sugars are those that manufacturers add during processing, and this is the type of sugar we should try to limit most in our daily diet.
Behind every stroke is often a series of silent warning signs we overlook until it's too late. We've just walked through 10 crucial switches in daily life that can help protect your brain and prevent clogged arteries at the root. But there's still one vital piece no one talks about enough: the earliest warning signs of stroke, the subtle signals most people miss.
Watch the next video, where I'll guide you through how to decode those faint but dangerous clues, which may be your body's first cry for help. Don't wait until stroke knocks on your door to make a change. Take action today to protect yourself and the ones you love.